You are listening to The Soul of Generation X, and you can find The Soul of Generation X on Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, YouTube Podcast, and wherever you get your podcast. Welcome back to another episode of The Soul of Generation X. We thank you all for joining us once again in these hectic and horrific times, which are literally starting to turn into nightmares for some. But we're going to keep pushing through. Joining me tonight is my co-host, Lenny. Lenny, how you doing over there?
Doing outstanding. How about yourself, man? Glad to be here.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. It's just getting to be unbelievable out there. There's so many points and places that we could start at this evening. Matter of fact, there's too many points and subjects that we could start on this evening. But we have to start somewhere. What do you got for us this evening? What have you heard up to this point?
Well, that's that's $1 million question. There's been so much going on the last couple of weeks. Trying to keep up with everything, it'll drive you crazy with this administration. You know, the sad part about it is there's no ending to it. There's no bottom. And it just feels like that we're in a never-ending tornado, never-ending storm with this administration. And it's really got a lot of people. I've talked to quite a few people the last couple of weeks that are really bothered by this. Not just Democrats, but a lot of red hat Republicans who just see this. Basically, people are having buyer's remorse. I'm just be blunt. They're having buyer's remorse. They want to rethink their decision. They got hoodwinked. They got bamboozled, and they're regretting their decision in voting for Donald Trump. So that's where we are. That's where we are.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. There are just too many disappointing things going on. It's not even a laughing matter almost anymore, because we're starting to see the effects of just this constant daily nonsense. This is the worst thing that when I think back to my social studies classes and civics classes, I had some excellent teachers that I don't know if some of them may still be with us, but I had some excellent teachers that I know that if I could just see their faces right now, as to what's going on in this country, and one in particular, I know he would be appalled, and he could still be around right now. He was a very good teacher, but it's like we have no governance. We have nothing. We're lawless. Things are just running amok, and it's really beyond sad. Because, I'm at the point, I think about my children, I think about my grandchildren, and all this bullshit that we have to deal with every day. And it's just, sometimes I get angry with people I see. I say, well, it's their fault because they voted this mess into office, or they supported it. And then I think about the Supreme Court And I think about all these things, and then the anxiety just keeps building up and building up and building up. But it's really, really starting to take a toll on me. And but at any rate, and then before we started this evening in show prep, you mentioned something from this the master of goofiness with somebody that he put in the office, all these people. You mentioned something about RFK taking away vaccinations from our kids. Well, and you just hit me with that right before we started, and through my mind, I mean, literally, that's why I'm like right now, I don't know where to start. So, can you expound on this a little bit and let us know what's going on?
Just real quick, because it was just coming out late yesterday, and excuse my voice because I've been talking to a lot of people the last couple of weeks, and I've really been trying to hammer home the point of this is what the price of stupidity will cost you. So RFK, head of Health and Human Services, the guy that's in charge of making sure that America stays healthy and safe and, vaccinated, has just took over $500 million contracts away from the vaccine makers, people that, make these vaccines to protect you, protect our kids, immunization for kids. He's canceled contracts. He has really upended the health of the United States children. So now, basically, what is done is that, what we have to realize is now, if your child gets sick with some kind of illness, there will be no vaccine for them. And I don't say that lightly. I say, no. There will be no more money going toward research that is critical for the safety of your kids, your grandkids, and basically yourself. Because this idiot, this worms in the brain guy, has basically defunded the contracts that we have with the pharmaceuticals, the people that do the research, the people that make the vaccine. So when you have children this upcoming school year going to school that aren't vaccinated, you can thank him. You can also thank these non-vax people, these people who are anti-vax, who don't, all of a sudden now, they don't believe that kids need to be vaccinated. So when your child or your grandchild goes back to school in a week or so, a couple of weeks, and there's another child or children with the whooping cough and coughing all over your kids and contaminating everybody, including the teacher, you can thank worm brain RFK for doing such a bang-up job in keeping sick kids in the classroom and not requiring them to get vaccinated. Where have we fallen so short and so stupid where we don't want to even rely on science anymore? For all these years, science has opened the doors to research and combated Ebola, AIDS, and whatnot, the bird flu, all this. But now all of a sudden it's a bad thing. COVID-19, all of a sudden it's a bad thing. This is something that's going to really affect our children and our grandchildren and our great-grands. I would hate to have a little child in the school system now, going to school with kids who should be home, who should be vaccinated, but yet they're going to come to school sick as a dog, cough all over your child or grandchild, touch the stuff that and give the crayon box germs to your child. And what do we have to combat it? Now we're going to have other outbreaks, pandemics. And I'm afraid that the decision-making of people in this country has caused this to come upon all of us. And it's a sad state of affairs.
This is my first time hearing this. I hadn't really been paying a whole lot of attention to RFK lately, but I mean, you don't know who to look at. Somebody doing something stupid and asinine each day.
Well, I can tell you, I would tell you this here. RFK is the most dangerous man in America right now. The most dangerous man in America.
Yeah. Right now. Germ warfare. Yeah. I mean, basically, get people sick. This is uncalled for. This is illegal. This is unlawful. This is something that, I mean, this could really cause civil war. To purposely hurt children, which we lately have become a billboard poster country for that in more ways than one. We got to keep an eye on this and look more, because this it doesn't make sense. You know, your kids always, you know, and we always had to have our shots. We had to have our shots before we went to school. If your kids didn't have shots, you had to make sure. And now things like this are being abolished by I mean, this is just total incompetence. I mean,
totally
beyond incompetence. This is we got to fight this, man.
This is what you get when you get these wackos in political power, these conspiracy theorists, these dark web wackos. All right, and you put them in charge of things that they have no business being in charge of. I mean, of course, you got a president who's ignorant as hell, and he's going to appoint people who are unqualified to these positions. If you have ever read any of RFK's whacked out theories on immunization and medicine, and you know, it's junk science. He's walking around talking about junk science. Okay, nothing to back it up, no proof of anything, just total stupidity coming out of his brains. So while he walks around being stupid, your children, your grandchildren, maybe your parents, grandparents will feel the effect of his ignorance. And that's a sad state of affairs for the American people. That's a sad state of affairs for minorities, of course. Because if you can't afford the proper health care and the proper, you know, a good doctor, all right, if you're relying on the corner immunization center, you know, that's going to be defunded. So people are going to be walking around sick as a dog, not able to be, you know, to be taken care of, not able to get the basic immunizations that they need to survive. And that's a very sad state of affairs for this country.
Wow, that is this is really shocking news this evening, and it's nothing that we scripted or anything to our audience. This is literally being hit with this before we started this evening, which by the time many of you hear this, you may have already heard of it on your own. But if you haven't, look into this, and we will go from there. I just wanted to add one thing that it's just coincidence that there's a program that a lot of podcasts are sponsoring, pushing, that enables the public to buy antibiotics through the mail, Z-Packs, methylprednisolone, the various medicine packs. And this is something that we might need to look into more. I don't want to say a whole lot about it and give the actual website and name because they aren't sponsoring us. But just look for home medical antibiotics as a website. And I'll give the website. It's called urgentcarekit.com. Urgentcarekit.com. And this might be something that we really need to keep in our safety backpacks, as they say. We'll move on from there. And do you have any recent news? Any of you heard anything about the tariffs? Because I'm hearing all kind of whack nonsense that Donald Trump is saying. I mean, he says the most ridiculous things from we've dropped 1,500%, 1,400. It doesn't even make any sense what this imbecile is saying. It's just ridiculous, man. He's just the most jackass of jackasses, man. It just I can't.
You're right.
I can't listen to this stuff. I laugh when I listen to it, and then I find myself laughing, and then I'm thinking.
Well, I can tell you, it's hard for me to keep up with it, and I'm in it 18 hours out the day. It's hard to keep up with because one day he's has tariffs at 25% on this country, then the next minute he's down to 10%, and the next day he's back up to 50%. So, I mean, it's the guy is, as I said weeks and weeks ago, he's running a yo-yo economy. But I do know this, that prices are going up. A pound of ground beef, hamburger meat, $11 a pound. Well, $10 a pound. I mean, that is outrageous.
Yeah,
I was looking at prices today, but I had a chance to visit the local market, and I tell you, we're in for a rough ride because retailers and grocery stores, their profit margins aren't that good anyway. They barely make a profit. But what he is doing to the everyday consumer like you and I, people that go to the grocery stores, the moms and pops who are out trying to shop and pinch every penny as they can, he's really just put a stranglehold on the consumer. Because when you got beef and chicken, eggs, milk going sky high, I spent $100 a few days ago, and I didn't even fill up the front part of the basket. I'm talking about just basic stuff, hamburger meat, chicken, maybe, eggs, your basic stuff you need. $100. And I didn't even fill up the front part of the basket. Now, that is just, as my girl would say, that's the scandalous and the shame that it has to be like this. All because we have someone who's incompetent running this country. So now the tariffs, let's get to them. Countries are in limbo. India just got hit with a, 59% tariff? All right. 2 days ago, then yesterday, he said, no, I'll lower it. Basically, let me just put it like this. Trump is extorting these countries. I will lower the tariffs if you decide to invest in our country. That's basically what he's saying to these countries. We thought we had to deal with the European Union. We thought we did. And all of a sudden, Trump come out the other day. Oh, I don't like that deal. I'm going to raise it up on them. Okay, so all that flying over to Europe and meeting with the prime minister and all these other people, that was just for show. I guess he just went over there to golf. Because as soon as he got back, whatever they talked about, whatever agreement they signed, he shredded it. So now you look at all the dock workers, you look at all the truck drivers, the checkers, you look at all the mom and pops, look at all the farmers who are getting hit. Tariffs are what consumers pay. Other countries don't pay these tariffs. I know that's been put out there. That's a big lie. You and I, Isaac, and everybody else listening, we pay for those high-ass tariff prices. We pay for them. When you can't find a piece, a part for your car, or you're paying 3 times as much for it, you can thank Donald Trump and his tariff. All right. When you need to go buy a new car, new vehicle, and you're paying twice as much for it, you can thank Donald Trump for that. You can thank the guy that's a billionaire for raising your prices. When you go and buy school supplies for your kids to go back to school, and you're paying 3 times as much as you did a year ago or 2 years ago, you can thank Donald Trump for that. All that paper that we get from Canada for our notebooks and schoolwork, and that's sky high, you're paying that price. Thank Donald Trump for that. The clothes that you buy for your kids going back to school now seem a little bit higher. Well, you can thank Donald Trump for that. So I don't want people to lose sight that the guy's going to wreck the economy. This is me talking. This is my opinion. I believe he will tank this economy. He will drive this economy in such high inflation that we're going to have people standing in line just to get food and water. I believe he's going to take us back to the 1920s, 30s, where we have a Great Depression in this country. Because not only is he causing a rift with America's market, but he's affecting the world market. And that's a dangerous thing. That's going to cost America. It'll cost American jobs. It's already costing us. It's going to cost our credit rating. It's going to cost us our allies, we already lost a lot of allies. It'll cost us our standing in the world. And the most important thing, it's going to cost the security of Americans. All because of one man's ignorance. All because of one man's stupidity. Millions of people will be out of work. Millions of people will end up, and I hate to say it, seeking help, seeking therapy. A lot of people might even kill themselves. I hate to say that. But a lot of people will be hungry. A lot of people will be living out of their cars because they can't afford housing. They can't afford the electric, the water, the basic necessities, all because of one man's stupidity that a nation has to suffer. And that's where I am with that.
Good points. You know, we look at that one man, as you say, and we tend to, it stirs up anger. But I always like to take it back to the basics and say the people, the 70 million people that put him there, and the 90 million people that didn't vote. And, we blame all these things on him. Yeah, he's doing it. His staff, Stephen Miller, this HFC, Undercover Klan Society, all these groups that have him there, because basically, he's a useful idiot, as they say. They just used him to get there to push their agenda. I don't know if the guy can count to 100, if, he might not even know his ABCs. But I look at the people in it that put him there. I see these people daily, I see the people riding around with the "Don't Tread on Me" tags on their cars. You don't see a whole lot of Trump stickers anymore. You see the "Don't Tread on Me." We had that one show where I did the hidden signals, the hidden signs. You're seeing the Brandon signs. You're seeing the "Don't Tread on Me." You're seeing the flags on the back of vehicles. You're seeing "We the People." That's another one you're seeing, like "We the People," in so many words. And when I see this, I don't have to see Trump anymore. You're letting me know, and it takes me back to them putting this imbecile, voting for this imbecile, and the 90 million people that didn't show up. That for various reasons, Joe Biden is too old. I don't like this other guys, but we'll come through. We'll get through this some way. No, 90 million people stayed home. So that was another vote for him. That was just another vote for him. So, yeah, he's an imbecile. He's an idiot. He's incompetent. He's a baby man, as a lot of these women are saying. He's a baby man. His feelings are so soft. To have so much money and have such soft feelings, to go down as the worst to hold the office of president in the United States in the history of this country. He is the worst. His people are the worst. You've not fulfilled anything, Donald Trump. You've not fulfilled anything. You've fulfilled being the worst. I think they said his approval rating is in the 30s. The worst ever for a president. So all you people that voted for this mess, this pile of dog mess, you got us here. You have us here. You people that didn't vote, you 90 million that didn't vote, you have us at this point. You have us here. Are you happy? You're going to start. Lenny brought up the price of food. I'm a grocery order person. I like to order my groceries and have them delivered. So I'm constantly, online checking prices. I've noticed the prices starting to go up last week. I can see it. I can see, just for even a can of oatmeal, I'm seeing everything go up. Food delivery, DoorDash, things like that. We're going to be affected. It's starting to happen. But you people that put this illiterate bastard in the office, how do you feel? Is this something you want to keep the brown and black people down? Is this something that just you felt, he's going to help us stay on top? We're going to keep white supremacy going. whatever it takes. We're going to keep white supremacy going. We're going to keep those black and those brown people down and those other marginalized people, the LGBTQ. We're going to keep all these people down, these people that don't bother me. We're going to keep them down. We're going to vote for this guy. Freaking imbecile. How could you? And I'm talking about multi-degreed people, engineers, doctors, various people, you voted for this. For what? So, yeah, he makes decisions along with his handlers. And that's what keeps me into the game, because I know it's not him. Yep. I mean, literally, I don't know if this guy, if you ask him right now what 12 times 12 is, what he would tell you. I bet he wouldn't tell you 144.
Right.
We had to learn our multiplication table, but I bet he wouldn't even know. And it's just piss poor sorry. It's sad, man. It's just that somebody would vote for this.
Yeah.
But you're going to feel it. These people are going to feel it. And I'm not, and I'm a hammer, and I'm going to call them out. I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call them out. We're going to call these people. I want you, our listeners, to know these people when you see them. That's like I said, go back and listen to the Hidden Signals episode that I did. And you'll see these people. You'll see who these people are, because some of them are a little ashamed to put a Trump sticker on their car, but they'll put these other signs on their car and these license plates. Don't tread on me.
Right.
I know that one gets delineated a lot. That really gets under his skin. Don't tread on me. Well, he probably could tell you more about that one. You can do some research on that one. Your Florida governor had a hand in creating that one, and the Brandon. Let's Go Brandon, which is the second one, and also the We the People that you're seeing a lot. We the People. That's kind of excludes the brown people and the LGBT and other marginalized people, basically. But we're not a part of that. We the People.
Taking our country back.
We're taking our country. All these little signs, and we want you to know who these people are, because they need to be punished and suffer in various ways. You might see this like last week. Went viral. This young black woman and her husband had a repairman come to their house, and this guy drove up right in front of their house. He was a contractor, had the biggest Confederate flag on the back of his vehicle that you could see from a mile away. And they looked at each other, and the wife said, "Hold on, I got this." She went out and said, "Sir, we won't be needing your services." And he said, "What is it, the flag?" She said, no. She said, "I can take it down." She said, "No, I don't want you to change your beliefs. You just go back where you came from. We won't be needing your services."
Right.
So you had to drive up to these people's house with that flag. So you told what you were, what you believe in. So these are things that we have to keep our eyes on. We know the flag. We know that Confederate flag, but there are other, like I said, hidden signals. We're going to spank this. We're going to spank these people. You're going to suffer even more. You're going to think even more in the future of what you did, what you caused, which some of you like, "Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be, we're going to be okay. Oh, well, I'd vote for him again. I'd vote." No. But we're going to call you out. We're going to cause you maybe to not get that job that you thought you were going to get. You get folks out there, you look for these signals. You see a guy come up to your place to interview for a job at your place of business, and you see this guy drive up and his tag says, "Don't tread on me." I want you to know that guy right there is who got us in this position we're in right now. When you see that, you'll know. Go back and listen to the Hidden Signals episode, and you'll see. We're going to make these people pay for this. So, I mean, no matter what, hey, that's my brother's car. Well, hey, sorry, we're looking at somebody else for this job. Sorry about that. You don't have the qualifications. So we're next, because they think they can do this and get away with it. And smile in your face. How you doing? "Hey, brother, how you doing?" And start, so we're gonna we're going to do what we got to do. We're going to fight. It's time to fight. We've been going high too long. Yeah, these prices are starting to get to escalate. Anyway, I think what we'll do right now is we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the soul of Generation X. Welcome back to the soul of Generation X. We appreciate you all tuning in, and we appreciate our supporters and followers. Didn't get to that like we usually do. It's just that, things are getting so serious, and we haven't forgotten you guys. So don't hold it against us. But we appreciate you all, and thank you for your continued support. Moving on, the hot topic, as most people would say, which is a topic that really, it just gets under my skin like no other. And this is a topic that crosses. There's no red or blue. There's no aisle to cross. This is a topic that deals with our children, and I wouldn't care if it was a MAGA person's child, a daughter. This deals with children in general who should not have to be put through what's going on in this country right now. These people now who went through this are adults now, but this is still happening daily. We're seeing, and what it is, we're seeing child sexual abuse, pedophiles running amok. We're seeing a Congress that is supporting and protecting pedophiles, which is just outrageous. This is unbelievable. This is something that this breaks all codes, international codes, a galaxy code. You don't accept the bothering of children. Most of our listeners, Lenny and myself, we have children, we have grandchildren. We will go to the last mile to protect our kids and grandkids, and we will protect other folks' kids. And Lenny's been a coach. I mean, since from day one, we all work with kids. We protect children. So when we see and hear about those who don't protect children, that really ignites a fire, and should ignite a fire in anybody who's listening to this, because your child could be out there, your grandchild, your child might have gone through this. But to have a Congress, to protect, first of all, a supposedly president, what are you getting out of this? What are you getting protecting? You're not. We can't release the files because of the transparency. They give all this crap of excuses, and this is just insane. This is asinine. And I'm just so disappointed. This is something that really, you say, how low can we go? How low How low can we go? And it seems like America continues to take it down a notch. I mean, we're going so low now, we're damn near basically in the cellar of hell right now. How much further can we go?
Well, according to Donald Trump and his cohorts, they can go much lower. Folks, what we have here is a failure to understand the seriousness of the situation. We're talking about people who built their lives and their reputation on conspiracy theories. Same people who are out of office saying that when I get in there, I'm going to release the files. I'm going to turn over the list. You're going to know everybody involved. All this rah-rah, Joe Biden this, and they ain't doing this. And when we get in there, we're going to expose it. So now they have an opportunity to expose it. And what do? Nothing. Why they're not doing nothing? Because their dear leader is probably at the top of the list. Donald Trump.
Exactly.
That's why. Now, all this other nonsense about what Pam Bundy's talking about, she's a big-time liar. Her name probably on the list because she was the Attorney General of Florida during that time. Okay? She owes Donald Trump some favors. So that's why they're not releasing the quote-unquote list. So why would Donald Trump send someone from the Department of Justice who was his former and probably who's still his attorney to talk to Ms. Maxwell down in Tallahassee, Florida?
That Blanche? You talking about the Blanche?
Yeah, Blanche. Send Blanche down there to talk to Maxwell in Tallahassee, Florida. Why? Why did he do that? Oh, I know. Oh, to make sure that anything she says, it makes Trump, it doesn't put Trump in a bad light, like Trump had nothing to do with this. But the thing is, you can't trust Maxwell because when she was on trial, she didn't even go up there and say a word to defend herself. So now all of a sudden she want to talk, she want to tell something. She can't be believed, all right? So you can just discount her. Second of all, it's unheard of for a guy who had nothing to do with the trial to go and question someone in prison about something he knows nothing about for 9 hours, okay? 2 days, 9 hours long. So, and then Donald Trump was, I didn't know anything about that. I know nothing about that. Donald Trump, one thing about Donald Trump, if he's talking, he's lying. If his lips are moving, he's lying. If he's walking, he's lying. He's sitting down, he's lying. All right, so this whole thing is pure bullshit, okay? So you have Miss Maxwell. She was the madam. She was the one grooming these girls. She was the one seeking out these little girls. Not only for Epstein pleasure, but for Trump and all the rest of them pleasure. She was seeking these girls out for her pleasure. These people are no different from someone who is passing a young girl around at a sleazy hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's no difference.
No difference. She's a monster.
No difference. Yeah,
she's a monster. She's a monster.
Yeah, and now monster is a monster, and a minor is a minor. So was Trump and all the rest of the people, whoever else on the list. All right? They were sleeping with these girls. I'm just being real. Because that's what was happening. All right? She is abhorrent. And then for them to move her and to treat her like she's some kind of victim is a damn shame. Like I say, some of you guys, people out there listen to us, like I said, you got kids and grandkids and nieces and nephews. How would you feel, MAGA? You pervert, the people that support a pervert and child molester. How would you feel if that was your child, or grandchild, or niece, or nephew, or great-grandchild? Get seduced, 12-year-old girl gets seduced and sought out by some hairy, greasy, slimy man. or woman, exploiting them, holding money over their head, threatening their families, trying to drive home the point on the person that you're supporting who is covering up and making all kind of excuses and lying to you. All right. Donald Trump is no better than Jeffrey Epstein, and Jeffrey Epstein was no better than Donald Trump. And anybody else who participated in this horrific exploitation of children, they're disgusting. And if you support this guy, if you voted for this guy, then you're no better. I hear people talking about, oh, Democrats are baby killers. Democrats support abortion. Well, you know what, MAGA? You're nothing but pedophile supporters. You're nothing but child molester supporters. Okay? You love the exploitation of children because you voted for a guy who had 34 counts against him of sodomizing women, but yet you voted for him. And if a black man like Obama would have done it, he would never. He would have been out of office so fast. He probably would have been lynched. Okay, and then I got these wackos coming on my page telling me Obama he messed with children. You know what I tell them? Hey, get the conspiracy needle out of your arm, okay? Because you sound stupid as hell. And there's only one person sitting in the White House that was molesting children, and that's Donald J. Trump. Okay,
Donald Trump.
Be right on. Be honest with him. And if that no good rat bastard pardons this bitch, and I'm just calling what she is, this whore of a child molester, he pardons her, then I don't want to, listen, this country is done. Get your passport, get ready to leave this country, because this is, first of all, this is not a godly country. All right? When people support a person like that, people, oh, well, abortion, listen, that's between a woman, her husband, and her doctor. Exactly. That's the decision they have to make.
Exactly.
But these damn rat-ass, nasty-ass child molester, that's the decision they decide to go out and do. They're nothing but damn predators.
Incredible.
Yeah.
An incredible predator, Lenny. I've heard some of the documentaries and the people talking about how the way that she and things that she taught them and how to do certain things in a style and certain motions that this particular man here needs, that this particular person here, this man here needs this. And her persona in that area goes way back to even before she met Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
She was doing things. Her friends always saw her as this easy person, that she would, whatever you do in your private life is your private life.
Right.
But she would bring things to public and say, hey, you need to do this to this guy. You need to do this to this person. And then when she actually met Epstein, that's when things took off even more. Like one young lady was saying, she said, I need to do this like this and with a special way, and I need to wear these gloves, and I needed these are on podcast. Matter of fact, Alyssa Milano's podcast from last week is a good podcast to listen to. She actually got sent in for her, but played the audio, the interview that one young lady who survived this. If you listen to this, it's a little graphic, but you would hear her describing what. And I'm going to say it like they say, we shouldn't be calling her Ghislaine. We call her Maxwell, just like Epstein. Not Ghislaine. Maxwell. That Maxwell, the monster, showed her how to do this, told her she needed to do that, what gloves to wear, what type of gloves to wear on this person, how to do this, teaching. And it's not, underage girls. No, underage girls, there's no such thing as underage. That's the children.
Right.
Children. Don't try to spice it up with, the underage. No, children. That's what, if you're not of age, you're a child. Yep. So that's what she was doing. She was, she was grooming them. But you listen to this podcast, this one lady, and she's doing well now. She's making it. and it was a little tough on her, but she describes what Maxwell told her how to do, basically going through a schooling of how, and then in that, she specifically brings up your president, how he liked things, how he enjoyed things, what he needed to have to do the things when he visited these children. So take a gander, a notion, as Dale Hughley would say, if you will, and check out Alyssa Milano's podcast from last week. And you will be astounded when you hear some of the things from these victims.
I mean, make no mistake about it. That Mike Johnson and the Republican Party, who left town because they were such freaking cowards, without taking a vote on having the Epstein files open, revealed, lets me know that anyone, and I don't care who you are, you support this crap, you support these people, this Republican MAGA group, then you're no better than Donald Trump. You're no better than Maxwell. You're no better than Epstein. You would support your child or your grandchild to be touched and to be babysitted by these people. I bet you none of these people want their kids to be babysat by these guys. You wouldn't invite Donald Trump in your house to watch your kid. You wouldn't invite your child to sleep over at Mar-a-Lago. No, you wouldn't. So why would you keep supporting a man who's a convicted felon, first of all, who sodomizes women, all right, who was hanging out, palling around with Epstein, touching your girls, and everything else. And I'm going to tell you, we heard this story that Donald Trump, this is my take on it. Donald Trump got mad at Epstein because he bid on a property. He kept bidding on the property. Let me tell you something. He said, I disowned him because he kept bidding on the property that I wanted. That's total bullshit. If you remember when Donald Trump said he changed it, then he said he came and stole one of the girls or somebody that was working for me. And I told him, you better stop it. Let me tell you what really happened. This is my take on it. Donald Trump had a girl that Epstein wanted. Epstein wanted the girl too. Young girl. It had to be a young girl. So, I guess Epstein came in and took her from Trump. Took him out his group, out his clan. It wasn't about land. It wasn't about he took somebody that worked for Trump. It was about they were exchanging.
We can verify this, definitely. Was it the young lady that committed suicide?
What? Yeah, it was her. Yep.
So that's Virginia Giuffre.
Right.
Okay, she was 14 years old.
Yeah.
At the time of that this happened, she couldn't take it anymore. About 10 weeks ago, she took her life.
Epstein took her from Trump because, remember when Trump said he was taking my people? He was taking my girls.
So this is
it's some kind of slave trade.
Yeah.
But it wasn't about property. It was about sex.
So this was
took
her.
The girl that he wanted to have sex with.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 14-year-old at the time.
14-year-old child.
Anybody listening to this, if you're not familiar with the names, Virginia Giuffre, I think she was Australian. She's the young woman victim who committed suicide about 10 weeks ago. She's been going through a lot of therapy. She's on a documentary on Netflix if you want to catch that, the Epstein documentary. What Lenny's referring to here. This talk, this back and forth between Epstein and Trump took place when she was 14. 14. So those of you who have children, specifically daughters,
Yep.
think of your daughter at 14. And then think of these two nasty monsters, just disgusting, speaking crosstalk over her at 14. That's what Lydia's talking about right now. And that's who, if you're supporting him, anything that these Congress folks, that's what you're supporting. That is what you, and those who voted for, that is what you supported. This information was out before the elections.
Yeah, it was.
This just didn't come up.
Right.
This just didn't come up.
They knew this. They knew this.
This was known. The hate in your heart for somebody who doesn't look like you. You are willing to put it all on the line, and this is what you get. This is what we get because of the hate in your heart. The South will rise crap. All this, you're pulling down things with Black history and books. You're pulling, indigenous things out of you're hating on LGBTQ. You're all in their business. They don't matter to you what they do in their life. You're pulling things out of the Lord says, God says. God ain't say none of that. You're pulling all this crap. And then you study, you got people in these evangelical churches and churches just every day.
Where's Paula White at?
Oh, come on.
Where's Paula? Where's Franklin Graham? Where's Joel Epstein?
And you got these people
guys that were praying for Donald Trump.
And Dale,
the whole demon out of him.
You got these people every day doing something to kids, and you find out they're part of a church, a pastor. Every day. It's one guy on Twitter. He tracks all this, and you're like, come on, no, this can't be real. This can't be real. But you got to think. The people who do these it's a sickness. And the way that they fulfill this sickness is they go for jobs and professions that will put them conveniently around children, whether it be education sometime, the church, the youth pastor, quote unquote. They go for these things that will put them in the vicinity of your children. And I know many of you out there who are these fervent and part of the cult of MAGA. I would be willing to say that many of your kids probably don't believe in what you believe in. They probably, a lot of them, they don't. They don't believe in that crap. Yeah. They could be vulnerable just like any other child. And those who believe in protecting kids, we don't see that red hat, that bullshit. We don't see that. We see kids. Yeah. And we will protect any you should want to protect any child. That's a galaxy law. Law of the galaxy. You protect children. That's even in the animal kingdom. I mean, you have lions and matter of fact, polar bears. Some of the polar bear fathers and lion fathers, males, some of them want to. They will try to kill their young sometime, but they gotta get past mama, and mama will usually skin them up and rip them apart. There's a law of not messing with the young, the newly, because they must carry on. But if you're supporting Congress, MAGA Mike Johnson, who's every time I hear him speak, he sounds like this pastor from, we believe in this and that, but we're going to go home and let these people, we're going to protect. Yeah. We're going to go home and protect these pedophiles and be back in 6. I'm just adding this. Guy. He's the ultra MAGA Mike Johnson. You're so MAGA ultra religious, Mike. You're going to support pedophiles. You don't want your leader. You don't want it to be seen because he's all over that list. And within that list, people, within that list, this is an electronic list. Within that list, there are multiple videos. Yeah. Multiple videos in that list, I've been told. Yeah. So, and you're starting to think, because many of us who've been into this, we've known that Jeffrey Epstein had cameras all over his properties. Yep. All over his properties, cameras. But in these particular files, there are a multitude of videos, and you're protecting pieces of crap, man. And your president that you're protecting that. Yep. Thousands of girls who were abused. Yep. Some boys, children in general. Yep. And you're protecting this. Congress, the Republican Congress. You're trash. Yep. You're trash. You're just trash. You people are trash. You're taking our money. You're taking our tax money. You're living on it. Your benefits are paid. Yep. This is side money for you. You're using and that's what gets me so angry about this. I'm working every day. We in Atlanta, we work. Yep. But we pay taxes. And we're paying taxes to this crappy ass people. You Congress, crappy ass Congress. Pieces of crap, man. You're just like on the bottom feeders. Right. Yep. This is what we're giving our money to this, man. Yep. There should be something that we oh my God. Yeah. We should not, this should be something that we should just, you know what? We could go in to our HR and say, we're not paying no taxes. No, we could do that, right? Yeah. Yeah. But we might have to, deal with the IRS later, but we literally could do that. We could say, you know what? And I thought about that. I said, you know what? I should just go in there and go to, you go to the website and you got to do the form. Now you just go online and just go in there and just zip. I ain't paying no more taxes. That's what we should be able to do. If we got to put up with this bullshit, we should be able to go to HR and say, you know what? I'm not supporting this. Right. I will not support any more of this. And IRS should say, you know what? You're right. Your money should not go to protect pedophiles and child molesters. We will not penalize you. Right. That should be it, because that's what we're doing. But we have no choice right now. But we could do that. Yeah.
We should. We could. I mean,
we could do that. We could do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And to your point, that's going to lead into after the break into our next subject on our tax money being wasted. And I
go ahead and take us to break. Let me go ahead and take us to break.
I think you want to hear this as we get into this next subject. But listen, I agree with what you're saying, and we'll come right back to it. People worldwide, you're listening to The Soul of Generation X. Welcome back to the Soul of Generation X. All our listeners in the Philippines, welcome you to the Soul of Generation X. To all our listeners in, is it Ghana? I'm looking at Ghana. Yes, Ghana. We want to welcome you all to the Soul of Generation X. And wherever you may be listening on your podcast, YouTube, Spotify, we want to welcome you to the Soul of Generation X, where we keep it real and we keep it raw. So, since our last segment, you were talking about our tax dollars. This is just, and I agree with you. I agree with you 100% that our tax dollars are going toward crap that shouldn't go. We had no idea what go toward. Talking about a $500, $800 million plane he got from Qatar that we have to pay for to get refurbished for Donald Trump's liking. It blows my mind that we got to pay for this crap. I don't get up early in the morning to have my money wasted, my time wasted.
I'm telling you.
You know, there's got to be a better way. So now Donald Trump and his wisdom has redone the White House. There's gold everywhere. Gold in the Oval Office, gold. Everywhere you turn the White House, you got gold everywhere. Like he's at Mar-a-Lago. So come to find out, he's completely got rid of the Rose Garden. Poured concrete with a Rose Garden. He's going to put a ballroom onto the White House. A ballroom.
That's insane, man.
Yesterday, he was up on the roof.
I saw that.
Talking about expanding it and adding another story onto the White House.
Talking about he's creating missiles. He's building missiles. You hear it? But kind of, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Has he freaking lost it yet?
So we got flagpoles on either side of the White House now, about 100 feet in there, with these big, gaudy flags flapping in the wind. It's poured concrete over the beautiful Rose Garden. That was Melania's idea. Just concrete it out. Make a beautiful big ballroom filled with gold and all the pageantry. And then on top of that, add the second story to the White House. So our tax dollars, your tax dollars, my tax dollars are going to fund this. He said, look what I'm doing. No, you're not doing it. We're going to be doing Donald Trump. We pay for all this nonsense you got going on. We're going to be paying for this. And I'm saying, this guy he actually thinks that this is his house. He actually thinks that he's not going to leave the White House. Who in the hell would make these major changes if they didn't have some kind of idea that they're going to try to stay in the White House? Think about this. All the presidents that came before him came to the White House and left the White House. They didn't come in there with cement trucks pouring concrete. You know, they might have made a few changes here and there for interior. But this man talking about making wholesale changes. He talking about having a full-blown construction crew and a second story to the White House. Putting a ballroom, an extension. A ballroom. I mean, he's changed he took over the Kennedy Center. He made himself the chairman of the Kennedy Center. He's got a big 747 plane that he was gifted that you and I, we got to pay for to get it. We got to get it modernized. We got to get it built up where, you know, it'll be useful for the president. I mean, all of this. And then when he does leave off, he says he's taking it with him. We got to pay for his presidential library, which shouldn't be too hard because he don't have anything to put in there except maybe some of the drawing sketches that he made, doodles that he made. He'll probably have Epstein picture on the wall and Maxwell picture on the wall and Puffy Combs picture on the wall and all these other criminals. Maybe he might have the January 6th criminals portrait on the wall of them. But to your point, It's the utter waste of money and time. This guy doesn't have nothing else to do with all the problems going on in this country and all the problems going on in the world. He has nothing else better to do but waste time and money on utter nonsense. And I'm just going to get this real quick, and I'm going to turn it over to you. The jobs report that came out last week. Of course, he fired the lady who was just a messenger. She doesn't make the jobs report. Jobs report are from companies that send the information in, and all they do is read the information that comes from. They put the numbers together, and they give it out to the American people.
She's a Bureau of Statistics, and what's her name? What is
her name? Escapes me right now, but she got fired just for being the messenger.
Lady been there since like Bush was there.
Yeah, and
been there a long time.
People got to realize this is not a political position. This is not a partisan position. All these numbers are sent in from corporations and businesses, and the numbers are crunched together. You got about 100 people working on them, and they put all they do is, okay, these numbers say this, average them up, and this is what we got. So in May of 2024, under Joe Biden, 272,000 jobs were created. In 2025 under Trump, 19,000 jobs were created. June of 2024, 206,000 jobs were created under Biden. Same time this year, 14,000 under Donald Trump. All right, so July of 2024, 114,000 jobs was created, were added to the economy. Under Trump, 73,000. So this is Mr. Alone, I can fix it. As in his words, come up short every month. But you fired a person who's only reading the numbers, the true numbers. You get rid of her. So now
because the numbers didn't match what he wanted.
Right,
his
numbers didn't match what he wanted. So
I'm going to get rid of this person.
You're going to get his person in there, which now is going to create chaos throughout the United States. It's going to create chaos throughout the world because you know, and I know that once his person get in there, he's going to feed the numbers to Donald Trump that he wants to hear. And that's going to throw everything off. This economy will crash. I promise you that. It will crash. Inflation is going to go through the roof. It's sad.
Yeah. I even heard, when he break things down, I even heard him talking about, and they weren't being funny. They said, you were talking about jobs, various, various groups, and somebody said, black jobs. Black hiring has gone down, as they said. I'm sure you heard that, right? I mean, they weren't being racist or anything. They just said black hiring is going down.
Yeah, black hiring is going down because you fired a lot of the federal workers who were black. Black unemployment is up, 14-15% now.
Yeah, I heard unemployment was up like 7 to 10%. So you heard it's going up to 15?
Yes.
That is this is a horror movie that we're in right now. This is an apocalyptic horror movie. That's all I can think. I can't.
Yeah, it's terrible.
We're watching the devil daily go around and make new drama. Just watching the devil, just watching the Wishmaster.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you,
correction.
What's that?
Black unemployment climbed.
Yeah.
Up to 10.2%.
Or someone
in
from
July.
7 to 10. Yeah.
But it's steady
Okay.
climbing. Yeah.
Yeah. I can.
Yeah.
I can. I can believe
It went
that.
from
I mean,
6.3% a year ago, the same time a year ago, to where we are now, 10.2%.
yeah. I mean, as people like, oh, Joe Biden created a lot of jobs for a lot of people. He created some jobs. So to sit back and hate on him as some of these folks do, you just they want to throw, oh, it's Obama's fault, it's Biden's fault. It's just a joke when you hear. But you got to sit back and say he's their useful idiot. They used him to get where they needed to be. I mean, we know this, right? I mean, we talk about him, but we know it's not all him. This guy can run a club out of a treehouse. I mean, you're talking about running the government. So we know it's his handlers, his people that are doing this, and they just got this useful idiot out there just running his mouth. He doesn't know how to stop talking. He says the most insane, asinine things that literally are humorous at times.
Yeah.
All you can do is laugh. I mean, literally, in the way he acts now, and the way he was talking about Joe Biden, sitting up there sleeping.
Yeah.
I think he had to change his diapers. He's did all kind of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And, and it's not, I don't know. It's
So
not him. I don't give him that much credit because the guy doesn't have much at all. I don't give him that credit. We're almost giving him credit, saying that he's. Think about it. I mean, I know it sounds kind of strange, but we're almost giving this guy credit for saying that he's messing up.
Right.
And he didn't have the ability. He just talks.
Right. He's a talking head.
Yeah, he's a useful idiot that they used him to get where, and he talks about them in their face. He said, "Oh, so and so's a Republican," because he doesn't consider himself a Republican. And he said, "Always, if I ever run for office, I'm going to do it as a Republican because they're dumb.
They so gullible.
They're gullible. They're dumb." He said, "You can go find audio and hear him say this." So he didn't even. So that's what he did, and they used him. They used each other. So this is just an insane drama daily.
But I want to touch on this real quick before we.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is from the Black Information Network. Black workers in agencies like the Department of Education, Health and Human Services, Black employees represent over 20% of the workforce. And the Black women, more than 300,000 Black women lost their jobs in the first half.
Did you say 300,000?
300,000
Black women
lost their jobs in the first half of 2025. The labor market is slowing down.
Now, is this African American Black or Black Hispanic, or I mean, how do they class this?
Black.
Okay.
Black. This is from the Black Information Network.
Okay.
Yeah. So this that's the canary in the coal mine that black unemployment will always be the first one to go up. Always.
Yeah.
So by that, with this early indicator, that's gonna be of this kind of unemployment is gonna be trouble. According to a lot of economists, not just for the Black workers, but all workers. All workers. And it's sad that, our Black women, are the first one to get hit.
And they are the fighters. They are the boots on the ground fighters. Educationally, and they are probably our strongest fighters.
Yeah.
And they're getting the brunt of this mess.
Yeah.
Just straight mess. The
Yeah, yeah.
stinkest
I mean,
mess that you can think of.
everything from, like you said, Supreme Court to this guy that just got put on the third circuit, judicial circuit, Bovey.
Email both.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that guy's as they say, he's a piece of work. He's a piece of work.
I mean, how could the feds? Because this guy is one of the biggest conspiracy theorists in this. He's an election denier. He lost every case that he had trying to defend Trump during the 2020 election. He doesn't believe that Trump lost the 2020 election. But yet, the Republican Senate, all white men, with one black, confirmed this guy. The two women, the only one that stood up against him. But everybody knew this guy's incompetent to sit on the judicial. So this guy's basically one step from being on the Supreme Court. That's why it's so important to win the House and the Senate next year. Because if you don't, people, your country is lost. It's lost. It's lost. It's gone. Get your passport ready to leave the country. That's all I can tell you. Go get your children's passport. Start planning. Because if we don't take the House, if the Democrats don't take the House and the Senate, it's over. It's over. It's done. We're done.
But we're working. I believe we're gonna come out on top on that. That's why we started working now. Some people don't like to be labeled as all say Democrats. I just say progressives and Democrats. We learn that going high isn't the game plan all the time.
Yeah,
we got to go straight at you.
Yeah,
and we got folks like Jasmine Crockett and AOC, and even Bernie's still out there, pushing. And we're taking this head on, and that's the only way we could do it. And I think we're going to be ready to cut out this what looks like some cheating that the MAGA Republicans are trying to start already. We're going to nip that in the bud. I believe we're going to nip it. And when you say?
I would definitely like to say that, we grew up playing sports pretty much all our lives. We were taught, you play the game hard, you hustle, you block, you tackle, you hit, you bunt, whatever sport you're in, you did hard, you went at it hard. You played through the whistle, all right? At the end of the day, if a man was better than you, or he outworked you, or he just beat you on the field, or beat you on the baseball field, whatever, you gave it everything you had. But one thing we were taught, you don't cheap shot anybody, and you don't cheat. That is totally out the window with this Republican MAGA. These guys are scumbags. They'll cheat to win. And when they do lose, they'll say they didn't lose, and they'll keep on cheating.
And they got it down to a science, too, man.
Yeah.
They've got it down to a science, how to cheat and be conniving, and they will come out on top if we don't fight it.
Yeah.
They've got long distance cheating and conniving and thuggery and they've got that down to a science. They know how to put people in place. They put the people in the Supreme Court that they needed. They put judges here. They've got that down. But if we're fighting and we're coming at them head to head, not this we go high, when they go low crap. No. And that's no disrespect to Michelle Obama, but we just time not. We got to go straight at them. We got to like in football, like you said, we got to crack head.
Got to crack heads.
And that's helmet people. And we're talking about helmets. Coaches want to hear the helmets, clack.
You got to crack heads. You got to crack heads. Time to crack heads.
Sometimes when you come around on that sweep, you sometimes you can't get that extra step and go around, and you got to put that head down, put the shoulders down, and go through
into it,
and go right through them. And that's what we got. That's what we got planned. That's what we got planned. We coming around on that sweep. It's going to be a big sweep. I can see it. We're forming it now politically. If y'all know what a sweep is in football, you're going around the side. Quarterback pitches the ball to the running back, and he looks and see where he's got a hole he can go through, and he might have to go through, or he might just have to keep going around on the end. But we're coming around that end, but we might not be able to get that step, and we just got to put shoulders and head and helmets down and just run through them.
Yeah,
and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, and see, and that's why I commend what Gavin Newsom is doing, trying to do the state, state of New York, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, all these blue states start redistricting. Redistricting Republican right out their seat. Hey, like you said, that's what I just said. This is how you're going to crack heads. This is how you're going to crack some ribs. All right? Beat them at their own game. You want to run the street? We got something lined up for you. We got some headhunters on our side that can absolutely knock the shit out of you. Okay?
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it because people, if we don't, they will.
Yeah.
They've got thievery and connivery. We can making up words. They've got that down to science. And the minute we look away, the second we slip,
right, they
jump right in there.
Yep.
Something happens, and that's one thing. And you almost kind of give them credit. Like one guy was saying, when they win, they don't stop.
No.
After they win, they continue on to defeat.
Right.
It continues on.
Right.
Not saying it's right, but that's the what we've got to work up to in our game plan.
Right.
We've got to take it to them.
Right.
I mean, all that mess, Stephen Miller, all that crap about it, and Lauren Loomer, all that BS, all these people. Forget Trump.
Right.
Forget him. He's just a distraction. He's a comedian. He's a sideshow. He's that clown that had that hat on with that nose, like what do you call him? He was a bum clown.
Yeah, that rodeo.
He's in that ring, the 3-ring circus. He's in that ring on the end to keep you laughing.
Yep.
Keep you distracted. While in the first 2 rings at the circus, if you've ever been to the circus, that's where the seriousness is going on.
Right.
But they got the clown over there. He's running around throwing stuff into the audience, distracting you while they're continually sticking the hardest knives and spears into your side with these evil devils like Stephen Miller, who looks like the devil redone again.
Yep.
Reborn. He looks. You ever saw that movie, Rosemary's Baby?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This guy is the devil again, reborn.
Yes.
And they have Trump over there distracting you. Like I told somebody, I said, don't pay attention to what he don't even know what he's doing. He doesn't. When his medicine wears off, the guy goes a trip, and he's up 2 or 3 in the morning on truth social typing stuff that this man ought to be asleep. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He can't sleep. All right?
He gives us podcasts and pundit people stuff to talk about. That's all he is. And while we talking about this stuff, they down there in the cellar writing up the next bit of mess to cripple and disable us.
Let me tell you
while we watching his stuff.
When I was a coach for a lot of years, I coached a lot of years, out of football, different levels. if I was beating the team 40-0, or I was up on the team big, I didn't take my foot off the gas pedal. I wanted to inflict as much pain as I could, and I did it in a respectable way to the team I was playing. I was coaching against. We win big, team celebrate, but me personally, I didn't smile. I went home and I got on the next film for the next team that we're going to play. I didn't celebrate too much. I smiled. Hey, it's good to win, but me as a coach, I got to get right back into business. There's no time for me to rest. No time for me to celebrate. I was up all time of night, plotting, coming up with a strategy. And see, that's what we have to do, just like these people doing. Like, to your point, these people don't sleep. We can't sleep. We can't, it can't be enough for us to win the House and the Senate back. That's good. All right. But the very next day, that very night, we got to be pushing for the next 2 years, the next 4 years. We got to have a long-term strategy. Yeah. That's what it's got to take. That's what it's going to take.
Yeah. Because they do it. As evil as some of these people, when I see some of their faces, from Marjorie Taylor Greene to Lauren Boebert to Ted Cruz, to these people, these evil. When I see that and their faces, I see evilness. But at the same time, and especially like I say, bringing up Stephen Milligan, but at the same time, man, they stay, like Lenny just said, they run the score up. They will run the score up. You see, that wasn't nice the way they did that. That was, oh my God, we got to go hide. No. These thieves and the thuggery that they pull it out, man, they keep it on. They just keep brushing it on even harder. And it's taking a little while for us to see that, but I think we're finally starting to see what we need to do and come around to eradicate this foolishness. I mean, that's basically we gotta, like we win here, we win a little bit this night. We gotta think about the next game. We're thinking about the next game. We're not happy and celebrate. We're thinking about the next. We got to keep pushing. No, non-stop pushing. It's like that blocking drill we used to do. Sometimes, Coach, hey, we hit that sled. You hit that sled, and you just keep pushing. Even think he's gonna say stop. No, he just push. Keep. Don't stop until I tell you. Yeah, that's what we got to do.
And the thing is, it's not just beating them at their game. It's being better than they are at their own game. We got to be better than what they're doing. We got to beat them at their own game and be better at it, at beating them. Because what I've learned through my years of coaching, I ran against some teams that, oh man, they love to run the football. Okay, well, we finna run the football down their throat. We're going to see how much they like it. We coming at you with the horses, all right? So we'll run that football right down. We're giving them a taste. We're not only running the ball like they like to do, but we're running it better. We're running it harder. We're running it faster, stronger. And there's no time to be pussyfooting around and talk about, I'm afraid of this, I'm scared of this. People, get your ass off the sidelines. Get into the fight. Get into the game. All right? Get into the game. All right? Don't be scared of these ICE agents. These cowards run around here with hiding their mask like they Batman or somebody. Batman and Robin. All right? Fight back.
Yeah. Fight back. Get up, like they say, get up and tell Coach, hey Coach, I want to get in. Yeah. And this is the way that transcribes to over what we're talking about. Call your local government. See what you can do there. Yeah. See if you can get on a local board. Yeah. Maybe you might want to get on the school board. Yeah. That's what they say. We got to start at the grassroots, at the bottom, and get on the school board. Get on the city commission. Yeah. Then while you're on the city commission, call and email. We ain't like to say call no more. We just email. Get on the email. Get on your computer. Get on your phone. You can email your congressman from your phone. all day. I don't care if he's a MAGA. You still email him, like they say.
Yeah.
You email them all because all this, you become a record. Those records build up.
Yeah.
You say, I don't like this. I don't like what's going on. I don't like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like right now, everybody ought to be filling MAGA Mike.
Yeah.
His email, when he get back, he ought to have 1 million emails in there. And his secretary she should get about 100 hours overtime when they get back.
Right.
Fill it up. You don't have to be from his state.
No, you don't.
Fill it up.
Fill it up. Fill it up.
MAGA Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fill MAGA Mike's email up. Tell him you don't like what he did.
Yeah.
Sending people home to avoid confronting pedophiles,
right.
to protect pedophiles,
right.
to fill it up.
Yeah.
Give that woman or man, that admin assistant give him some overtime.
Yeah.
Because they probably don't like him anyway. They probably just there just for a job.
Yeah.
So give him some overtime. Let's give him some overtime. Tell him what you don't like. And do that for all of these people. You gotta hit them hard, gotta keep hitting them every way possible.
Yeah. Every way.
Anybody that's doing something to overpower the marginalized, we got to hit them hard.
Yeah.
We got to hit them. We got to hit them hard and not stop. And I'm just so glad when I see, like I see Jasmine Crockett, I see AOC, I see these voices, I see Representative. She's from New Mexico. She's hardcore. I see these different people that are just they're telling you what I just feel good about this, but we cannot stop.
Can't stop. We
got to feel good about something because this is enough to make you wake up every day in the most horrific anxiety and depression. And I'm not gonna lie, that affects me. Anxiety and depression, and living in a country like this, and being the parent and grandparent that I am, that I worry. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm always thinking about my offspring. You know what I mean? That's just what we do.
Yeah.
And it can just wear down on you sometimes. Yeah. You think, and you take it personal. They hurting my people.
Yeah.
These people are hurting my people.
Yeah.
But I see it as they're hurting the good people. I'm able to look further than my own, even though I see my own and feel my own, but I'm just looking at all the good folk, the hard work, no matter what color you are, the good folks that are fighting the fight, they're hurting us. And we got to hit them and keep going. We got to run through them.
Oh yeah. So,
well,
to your point, man, I think you made some great points that, we've got to, and I go back to what we said weeks ago. You got to protect yourselves. You gotta form a what they call a neighborhood watch.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have those back days. So those neighborhood watches, you got to watch out for each other. You got to look out for each other. If I got a Hispanic neighbor that's a good guy, why would I want to see him taken away from his family and, sent to another country,
mm-hmm.
or sent down to the alligator Alcatraz and all that foolish nonsense? I need to look out for that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's contributing to society.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather see MAGA sent out the country because they're
mm-hmm.
doing more harm in this country than
mm-hmm.
the immigrants are. In my opinion, my humble opinion, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And I just know we got to fight. We got to stay in it. We got
to fight, stay in, and get in, folks. Get in shape too. Eat right. Eat right. Come off of the sweets. Come off of the breads. Eat more fruits. Get your walks in. Get your workouts in. Drink your water.
Yes.
We've got to be in physical shape as well as mental shape.
Right.
So do things to keep your body, that is your temple, to keep your body in top condition.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're doing things physically to us.
Yeah.
Physically to us. And you need to be able to pull that down deep and pull that fight out, pull that strength out so you don't get overpowered.
Yeah, or get overwhelmed.
Because they're throwing. I mean, this gentleman, the three sons in the Marines.
Yeah.
They. I mean, what 4 or 5 of them guys on this man?
Guys. Took the man down. It took 4 or 5 of those cowards to take
4 or 5 of
them.
To this man who all he does is get up and work every day, contribute to this country, and he himself and his wife produced 3 offspring, 3 outstanding young men, Marines serving their country.
Yeah,
and that's all he's done. You know, that's what he did, and for him to get treated like that. But I go back to, like I said, drink your water, take your vitamins.
Yep.
Keep your body in top shape.
That's right. Go to the gym 3 times a week.
At least do some walking. If you work a desk job, get up, walk maybe 30 minutes, 20 minutes. You know, it depends what kind of lunchtime you got. Walk it. You know, I'm not all into the step thing. I know the steps. I like to do like miles. You know, quarter mile, half a mile. You know, walk, get up. I do that at my job. I get up. You know, half of my lunch is walking. You know, when it's not hot as it is, but you get up, move. This is a, I don't like to say it like this, but this is a war. This is a battle. This is a war, a battle that we've been thrust and put into that we didn't volunteer for, but we got to be ready. We've got to be ready. And Lydia and I, we basically all our lives we've worked for this. Yeah. We've been working out and doing physical things since we literally, I think we 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, you know, and we laugh about it, but now this is something that it's almost like a must, women included. And so in keeping our political mind in shape, we got to keep our physical, our body in shape as well. And I just sort of got on that rant, and it was just, man, it's just frustrating, man. I have to. And if you need to get in some therapy, do it.
Yep.
Get you some therapy. Get somebody to talk to. There was nothing wrong with that. Men, don't care if you're black, white, no. Get somebody to talk. Women, get somebody. If you don't have some type of program through your job, you know, you have Better Help. You have Talk, I think it's Talk Soup or something like that. You get into some kind of program. Talk to somebody. Don't hold this stuff in. Don't hold it in. That's the worst thing to do, to hold it in. Do what you got to do to stay in shape and stay in the, as they say, to stay in the fight.
Yeah.
Because it literally, you know, some people want to hit, but this literally is a fight.
Yeah.
And we got to stay in shape so that we can take care of those who can't take care of themselves fully. We got to, those of us who can, we've got to be the leaders in that area. And like I said, physically, mentally, politically, all around, we've got to do that. You know, get on your email, get your phones out. You don't have to sit down at a computer. Get your phones out, see who your representatives are for your state. You email them every day. You email, there have to be a whole book. You email them every day. You can pick like I said, MAGA Mike. What, MAGA Mike Johnson? That's his name? MAGA Mike?
MAGA Mike.
Just fill MAGA Mike's email up. Tell him you don't like what he's doing and what he did. Tell him he's a coward. Tell him he's a coward for protecting pedophiles. And Ask me, do you have children, Michael Mike? Does this not affect your kids?
Yeah.
Fill it up every day. Anybody. You can email, call your congressman, email them daily. That's all I got for you.
Well, I mean, everything you said was right down the line, right down the line, straight up. Yeah. You gotta call these people. You gotta let them know how you feel. You gotta let them know that you mean business. Let them know that you're a voter. All right. Get out there and protest. Get out in front of
It's your money. It's your money.
Yeah.
You paying them whether you like it or not. You're paying them whether you like it or not. It's your money.
Yeah. Yeah, it's your money. So what I want to say real quick before we move on is that just over the wire that Donald Trump reciprocal tariffs go in effect at midnight tonight. And he has, again, this is why I say this is a yo-yo. He's running this country like it's a yo-yo economy. He's imposing 100% tariffs. 100% tariffs on semiconductors, computer chips, from any country that we deal with that won't go along, that won't invest into the United States.
So he wants to take our communications away. That's what he wants to do.
Right. So
because that's all that stuff you just named there.
Yeah.
Chips. That's how we communicate
Parts.
now.
Yeah.
Parts. Yeah. So you want to take our communicate? Yeah.
Yeah. So if your car needs a computer chip for ABS, it went out, and you need to get it ordered.
Transportation.
You're gonna be paying 100% more for that part, and you might not even get it. If you do get it, it's gonna be months down the line. Because I don't think that any part store in their right mind is gonna pay that kind of price. So here we are again, folks, at the midnight hour. We have a dummy who should be have his stinking ass in bed, sleep, concerned about other things and what's going on around the world. Here he is up tweeting at I guess he's in Washington at 11:22 p.m. about some bullshit about how to bring more hurt to the small businessman, how to put longshoremen out of work, how to shut down the supply line from China and Asia. All right, this dumbass. It's like you said. It's if it wasn't so serious, you would laugh at it. But this is serious business, folks. This is serious business. So the things that like say computer chips, semiconductors, parts for your cars, your trucks, appliances that need chips in your house that run by computer, 100% tariff. I just can't. I just have to shake my head. Just got to shake my head because
that's what I'm doing right now. That's all I can do. I either do that or scream.
If your air conditioner goes out and it's electronic, it needs a chip, what's all that, unless it's a window unit, and you're going to be suffering. You're going to be suffering, homeboy, homegirl, home slice, bag of
ordering some fans right now. I bet you can't find a fan online tomorrow.
You can't find a fan. You can't find a window AC unit. Listen, a lot of states, as I said last time we talked, are entering their season of tornadoes and hurricanes. Mm-hmm. You better stock up. You better go get that ground beef. Why it's $10 a pound before it gets up $20 a pound. You better go get that smoked neck bones and those pigtails and start stocking up on it. And forget about oxtails. You can forget that. That's out the window. Mm-hmm. Your leg quarters, you better go stock up on them. that water, that bottled water, you get as many as you can and put it in a cool, dry place where inside your house. Canned goods, sardines, Vienna sausage. It may sound funny, but listen, it won't be no joke when you go to the stores and all that's gone. Or when you do go there, it's too high for you to pay, too high of a price for you to pay. You better get it now, folks. Listen to me. Don't take it for granted.
Well, Lenny, you might not be able to get there because you might not have no gas to put in the car.
Have no gas.
The gas station, the gas might make that first or second escalated price.
Yeah.
You might be 10 toes, 2 feet walking it down there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That right there is something to think about. The gas.
Yeah. You better get your electric bike or a golf cart. Something that burn electricity.
Get you a bike, period. Just a bike with some pedals on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Put your basket on it because you might have to carry some stuff in it. People went out and under Donald Trump's economy and thought he was going to do something special. It brought these $80,000 and $90,000 vehicles. I see it on my job all the time. I say, hey man, you might want to wait on that. That's just my opinion. No, Donald Trump want to make everything all right. Okay. Gotcha.
They fixed him out. How they fixed him out to say that? Trump gonna make everything? Oh man, that is
because they're ignorant and unconcerned and ill-informed.
Ill-informed. And sometimes don't want to be informed.
Don't want to be informed.
Don't want to be informed because
Listen
they're scared.
People who don't care about them. All right. Listen to these right-wing fascists, these right-wing Nazis. I'm gonna call them just like they are. All right. People that hate America. So yeah.
I've been to your, and I'm gonna tell people, Lenny gets pretty deep on his pages and his social media. He gets so deep that I can't follow or read because he confronts literal devils, and my anger, and I'm just being honest, my anger I can't take it. My skin is not that thick in that area, but I've once in a while I'll read some of the stuff and some of the people that he's dealing with because he confront this guy is a fighter. He's on this daily.
Yeah.
And when I read some of the things and some of the people that he's dealing with, it actually hurts. And I say hurts because I see some old classmates on there sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. And people that I grew up with, and to know that their feelings and their thought processes move in the way that he's confronting them about.
Yeah.
It really, it's disappointing. Some of these people, you become friends almost like family at school, growing up from elementary to junior high to high school. And I think that's probably the most part that keeps me away from participating in Lenny's Substack and his Facebook group, because I'm seeing people that I'm like, man, I didn't know so-and-so felt like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know so-and-so could fix his or her mouth to think like that.
Yeah.
You're thinking like that. That means you don't care about me.
Right.
You're looking at me as, and when I see that, I can't take it.
Right.
But Lenny, he confronts it daily.
Yeah.
And he might get through to some of these folks, but that is really disappointing and hurtful to me when I see people that I grew up with, and and some of them, and then wow, some of their kids went to school with my kids or his kids, and Lenny's kids, and you just think, man, I never taught my kids to be hateful. Lenny never taught his kids to be hateful.
Right.
Our kids are some of the most popular, and I'm not saying it's because but just they love. I mean, just they love. They're really popular kids,
right?
And they didn't get that way being hateful and nasty and mean, and it just you just see these people. Some of the things that they're saying is like, man, you're saying, wow, you're one of them,
right?
And I guess that's what drives Lenny to confront this evil.
Yeah,
Because he takes it head on.
Right.
He takes it head on, and it just really is we got to do better than this, people. We got to do better than this. Take off the red hat crap and all this bull, all this mess, because we're just people. We're just people.
Yeah.
And color, it shouldn't matter. We're just people.
Yeah.
And man, it just man, it just hurts to see that.
Yeah. So for all our Spanish brothers and sisters out there, the U.S. government has officially dropped the Spanish language from any public service. So if you go into the Division of Motor Vehicles and you're used to seeing Spanish language signs or whatever.
Wait a minute. Are you serious?
Yes.
You just
yes.
This just went into effect when?
About 12 hours ago.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm laughing because this is a joke, right?
No.
So you're telling me you go to like Department of Motor Vehicles, you go and get your license, you hear or you see something in Spanish to help somebody who's a Spanish speaker, they don't speak the language, to let them know what they need. So you're telling me now that's being dropped?
Yes.
Come on.
Yep. So when you go to the airport, you have all these different languages.
The airport too?
Anything that's public.
Come on.
That the government is in charge of.
You're joking. This is a joke. You got to be joking.
Yeah,
you're telling me at the airports where you see flight information or hear it in Spanish to keep things going smoothly, you're telling me that is going to be dropped?
Yep.
Man, it's going to be all kind of hell going on.
You got defenders. You got the defenders already coming on here.
People going to catch. Yeah. People gonna catch hell at the airport, man. You gonna have to get to the airport 12 hours before your plane take off. Now
you got people supporting this crap. Well, yeah, this is our country. Yeah, it should have been that long time ago. Thank God. I love Donald Trump.
Wow, that is
about time. English only. Wow,
that is the intelligent factor of a 2-year-old to say something like that. Do you know how many international visitors we have
to drop
coming in?
Spanish language support.
Now, when does this actually go into effect?
This?
I mean, is it they can actually start doing this now if they wanted to?
Yeah, actually says we're going to effect immediately. So by tomorrow morning, we'll be hearing about it.
That's unreal, man. That's the airport gonna shut down.
Well,
the cruise ships, airports, it's gonna come to a complete stop.
Cruise ships are private, so the terminals. Some cities have their own the terminals or they
ordinances.
But your Amtrak, your airports,
bus,
Greyhound, I don't know if they're private or
Now, what the heck are they going to do out in Texas?
The DMV.
What's going to happen in Texas?
You got to learn English, according to Trump. It is courts and all these lovers of English language now. About time. Oh yeah, Trump did a good thing. Look at your DMV. You got to look at your post office. Okay. Look at your Social Security office. All right.
Now, let me ask you that. Is this an executive order? Is this an executive order, or is this, because Congress, nobody's there to vote on this. So this basically is an executive order, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this could be overturned.
Yeah, it could be overturned later, yeah.
So this is one of his executive orders.
But this is an inconvenience.
Oh yeah.
For the next few years.
That's not even, that's inconvenience.
Yeah. Yep. Big inconvenience.
I think that's not even that's not even a big enough word to describe an inconvenience.
So the road signs that some cities have road signs where they have, exit here or this city or whatever, the Spanish or the English. That's done. Courthouses,
I've been all over Texas and Arizona, which I know you have as well. And you have to have bilingual signs because you've got a lot of people, running and working things, with your restaurants, you go in here. And that doesn't hurt somebody to have. It's just not doing anything to you to have a bilingual sign. It's not hurting you.
But see, the bigger picture, this is a follow-up to where they made that all truck drivers have to learn how to speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just a follow-up. This is just the second part of that.
So
you eliminate a lot of Spanish truck drivers that don't know English fluently. So you eliminate them. Now on top of it, you're going after the other Spanish group. Well, we ain't going to help you in the airport no more. We're going to help you at the DMV when you're done. All right?
You get rid of people. You get rid of people that get the job done because you don't like their language. So now you're going to have a ton of job openings. I'm talking in the truck driving field.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a ton of job openings. You're going to run these drivers till they can't see straight.
Right.
And you only got a 14-hour clock. So you basically are shutting down the country. And another tactic but you're shutting down yourself too. And you do that.
Yep.
Because in trucking, the wheels got to be rolling. So you can't run that. Man, this is.
So what happens to the ESOL students in public schools?
I can't take no more news, man. I can't, man. That's the second thing you surprised me with, man. I can't take no more of this, man. I can't. This is utterly insane.
Yeah. Yeah, this is changing by the minute,
You want to literally deplete the land that you stole of all the marginalized and black and brown folks.
Yeah.
And you're willing to put your neck on the line, and I'm just saying this as MAGA, racist folks, whatever they might, to do it.
Yeah.
You're willing to take away from yourself and your family.
Yeah.
Your children, your grandchildren who innocent in this, because they're not they're not making the foolish decisions that you're making,
Right.
but you're willing to do that because of the hate, the historic hate in your heart over a land that you do not own
Right.
and never have owned it. And you're telling people to leave.
Yeah.
That just doesn't.
Yeah. Tell them to leave. Get out of here. Leave. Basically.
Mm.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just
I'm
another
speechless.
another
Man.
another issue that we the people are faced with, and it's sad that that we got to deal with that. It is just sad, but goes back to your point. People, you voted for this. You should have read the book and believed what the young lady was trying to tell us. And that young lady, I'm talking about Miss Harris.
Yep.
But no, she wasn't the right one for you. She didn't have 34 felonies. She wasn't a sexual predator. So she wasn't good enough to vote for. So maybe
she wasn't light enough.
She wasn't light enough.
Her complexion wasn't white enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't, her eyes weren't blue enough. Her hair wasn't blonde enough. Her mom and dad weren't light enough for you.
Yeah.
You
didn't like the way she laughed. Okay.
I heard that robotic looking chisel face Laura Loomer had the nerve to say that if Kamala Harris made it into the White House, that it would smell like curry. Can you believe? Can you believe?
I would say something so damaging.
Can you believe that scarecrow face, crawdad looking, whatever she is, said that?
I would save what I want to say. I would email that or text. I would email that to Laura Loomer. Go to her page and say what I want to say to her. I can't say that part on this.
She looks like Jigsaw. You ever seen Jigsaw?
Yeah.
The movie. I can't even call her a woman. I don't know what she is. Actually, sometimes I think she might be even AI.
Well, let me tell you about Laura Loomer and Donald Trump. This is coming from me, not you. Laura Loomer has been hanging with Donald Trump for quite a while. Melania's been nowhere in sight. Just being straight up. Ray Charles could have saw that when he was alive. Stephen Wonder could see that. How in the hell this woman hang around Donald Trump with his sorry ass if they're not having sex and she's doing some favors for him? For her to have that much influence in the White House over him. All right, I'm just being straight up. It may sound crazy, it may sound funny, but listen. People, if you from the street, you know what I'm talking about. You don't get something for nothing, okay? She ain't getting this access for nothing. She doing something. It is not on her looks. Might be on her jawbone, okay, on her knees. But she's not getting this access to Donald Trump for nothing. I can tell you that. That's just my take. And I'm just being raw, being real. But that's how it normally plays out. That's how it normally plays out. You want to get next to that rich white man? You better do some performance. You want to have access to what I got going on here in the White House? You got to do something for me. Yeah, I'm gonna let you fly on Air Force One. But you're gonna do what I tell you to do. I need you. When I need you, when I call you, come on. That's what that is. And that's being real.
It's even disgusting to even think about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what she said about the many things she said about Kamala Harris.
Yeah. For her to say that, Kamala Harris, and she lower herself down to be with Donald Trump, be up under him, but his stinking, smelly behind. She got to learn to talk about Kamala Harris. Well, what I'm gonna send her once I find her page and I message her, he'll probably have the FBI after me. I'm not gonna say anything threatening.
Yeah, she made that. She made various comments. You could just Google and see the comments that she made.
I know what the hell was said.
Which that's almost like the equivalent. I think of like Lauren Boebert or Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Well, she replaced Marjorie Taylor Greene a long time ago. They had their spat. So Marjorie Taylor Greene is out. She's old news. Yeah. Matter of fact, Marjorie Taylor Greene started to agree with a lot of what the Democrats want to see happen.
Yeah, I was getting ready to add that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's snake in the grass trying to throw you off, but yeah, I've been seeing and hearing that. Wow.
Yeah.
This is I must say, lady, this is very it's been a very frustrating show. I mean, to be honest, this is, I guess somebody got to do it, but
nobody else don't want to do it. Nobody else want to touch these subjects.
Very, very frustrating. This has been a very frustrating, non. I can't think of the word. Just non-eventful and
yeah,
in a happy way show. I've nothing to speak nice on. I mean, nothing. No, I mean, literally nothing. I can't think of nothing nice to say or good to say about anything.
Yeah. Nothing. There's no...
Nothing too good. I mean, well...
And we only, 7, 8 months in? Yeah. 7, 8 months into this?
Well...
There's nothing good. There's nothing good either one of us can say about Donald Trump. Nothing. There's nothing we can say good about Stephen Miller. There's nothing good that we can say about Pete Hegseth, Christine Noel, Tulsi Gabbard, Cash Patel, RFK. There's no good in these people. These people are no good. Nothing good can come out of them. Nothing.
Well, you got any closing remarks that we could use, or have you run out?
Well,
have you? I mean,
I don't know. There's not too much you can add to that I can add to.
Yeah, I mean,
show tonight because we're touching subjects that no one else, I haven't heard anyone else touch or really get in depth and talk about and be real about it. There's no good news on the job front. Prices are going up. Inflation is going to get higher. You got the MAGA Republicans getting dumber and dumber. All right. You got these. Nobody's even talking about the people down in the alligator Alcatraz, what those people are going through. People down there suffering through this heat, getting touched by these fat ass security people. Women probably getting raped, children probably getting molested down there. All right. You know, where's the silver lining at? All right, where's the silver lining in all this? Where is it? That's the question I want to ask. Because stupid people made stupid decisions. Well, we got to suffer with this stupidity.
Yeah, like some people say, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
That's you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Well, I'll tell you that we're gonna let our followers out there know we appreciate you all once again, and
yes.
Thank you for tuning in all around the world. Listeners, and we appreciate the support. You can find the Solar Generation X on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts, just about all of the sites, iHeartRadio. And we appreciate your support. And we want to thank you for tuning in whenever you get a chance. That's what a podcast is for. You can tune in anytime you like. And I just want to add one more thing that I looked up. I told you all about a podcast earlier that Alyssa Milano did. That particular podcast came out on July 28th. And the name of her podcast, the show is called Alyssa Milano, Sorry Not Sorry. And the title of this particular podcast on July 28th is Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. That's the title. And you listen to that, you will hear one of the victims describe some just horrific, it's so slimy. It's so slimy and nasty what you're hearing. It literally, you don't even want to touch your phone or whatever while you're listening to it almost. It's just to think that a young lady went through that as a teenager. So that's Alyssa Milano podcast name is Sorry Not Sorry. It's the July 28th episode entitled Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. It's 29 minutes long. She has a gentleman who sits in for her that day. So if you don't hear her voice, don't turn away. It's actually very good, but something you should hear, actually something that should be played everywhere.
Yep.
So we appreciate y'all. We thank you, Lenny, for your input and your co-hosting this evening. And we want to thank you all once again for tuning in to the Soul of Generation X. Stay strong and stay in the fight. Don't sit back. Get your mind and your body in shape.
Yes.
And stay strong and keep fighting, keep pushing.
No doubt about that. You got to.
Thank you again. This has been the Soul of Generation X. Take care.